Hey there, I am back with another deck review, and today we're going to be looking at Quilling from Elephant playing cards. This is the first in a series of handcrafted decks from Elephant. Basically, they're going to look for all sorts of different handmade art from around the world and see how they can translate that artwork into a deck of playing cards. So for the very first deck of the series, they went for the art of quilling. Basically, it's the art of taking strips of paper, rolling them up, and using them to create amazing designs. At its core, it's a really simple and kind of approachable type of artwork. Basically, you just take regular strips of paper, kind of like what you see here, and simply roll up one end of it. And as you get that little coil, once you let it go, you get these little spirals of paper, and you can take those, form them in different shapes, combine them with multiple colors of paper, and ultimately create just some amazing and expansive pieces of art. And for the Quilling deck, they partnered up with a well-known quiller by the name of Sena Runa. She's a Turkish-born artist who actually started her professional life as an HR specialist, but in 2015, she quit to take on quilling full-time. Since then, she's written books and created dozens or hundreds of pieces of artwork using this really unique art form. And so she created all of the artwork that we're going to see throughout the deck. And as you're going to find, it's both beautiful and really interesting how they were able to translate it into the deck. So let's get into it and see how she did and how Elephant was able to bring it to life in a deck of playing cards. All right, so starting with a tuck case, it's done on kind of a matte finish tuck case. And the design work that you see here isn't computer generated, isn't drawn on here. This is actual quilling artwork that was photographed in high res and then used as the background here. So these ivory swirls that you'll see on here is an actual piece of artwork that Sena created. And in fact, on the Elephant site, they sold the original piece of art that was used for the photographs. It was a one-of-one piece. Collector was able to pick that up. Really cool extra for this one. But you can see what I'm talking about with the beautiful artwork that you can create here, those swirls of paper. And then you get quilling across the front, and of course, more quilling designs in there, this time in rainbow colors to help the name of the deck stand out. Playing cards at the bottom. Really cool artwork, and then continues on to the sides, more of the different types of shapes and designs that you can create. And then on the back, you get a look at the back design of the cards themselves. This time created with that same quilling design, but this time in multiple colors, just an explosion of different colors and swirls there. Bottom has your ad copy for Elephant, as well as giving credit to Sena Runa for her amazing artwork in this deck. Top, more ivory colored designs there. And of course, continues on the inner flaps as well. Nothing printed on the interior of the tuck case, but you can see the reverse of some of the just subtle embossing that just gives you an extra little bit of feel to the deck overall. So really cool, very nice tuck case overall, and just a great preview of some of the amazing artwork that we're going to see as we go through the deck itself. But let's get into the cards. All right, start with the back design. So we already saw a preview of it on the tuck case, but here it is as the back of the cards, and of course, a fully created quilling design. Just like the tuck case, this is actual photography of a quilling design that Sena put together, and it's really beautiful. You can see lots of the different shapes. You can see those classic swirls in there, but even these sort of more oblong shapes that look like leaves really creates this amazing organic looking design, and the colors just really nice on this one. Every color of the rainbow represented here. Finishes out with a thin white poker border. I'll say for this one, I would have liked to have seen this without the poker border. I would have loved this as a borderless design, but still really, really nice back design on here. And again, just a great look at some of that artwork. All right, extra cards you get with the deck. You get a pair of jokers with a much simpler sort of swirl design here. Very sort of abstract look to it overall, but not just the center bit, but even those indices in the corner with those oblong shapes, all done with that handmade artwork yet again. So you get one in more reds and purples, and the other one with blues and a little bit of purple in there as well. The other extra card is one that's common to pretty much every Elephant deck that you get. It's their classic ad card in that black and yellow, just giving you a thanks, gives you a coupon code if you want to get anything from Elephant yourself. But you see that in pretty much every Elephant deck. All right, so the aces are all kind of equal aces, so there's no one power ace. And again, beautiful pieces of art all the way through. So in addition to the piece of art that was the one-of-one artwork that was sold for the tuck case, you could also get artwork of the aces, the pips that you see here on the aces, as well as the handmade artwork for the court cards that we'll see in a little bit. And again, just really beautiful designs on here. I love the variations in the colors here. Classic blue cards kind of have, I don't know, sea life inspired colors with the purples, the blues, and the greens. And then your classic red cards, the hearts and the diamonds, finish with the reds, pinks, and purples. Very nice look to them overall. You get the nice large index in the corner, again with little quilling designs in them, as well as that smaller pip in the corner that, just like everything else, is constructed out of Sena's artwork. So very cool set of aces. The number cards all feature, again, beautiful custom pips. Very readable still overall. I do like that it's still a nice functional deck. That's something I think Elephant really strives for, and they do a great job with. They want to create fun, interesting decks, but ones that are still completely usable. I think they achieved that here. But the blue on the spades and that very cool little look there. All of the pips in here, by the way, are identical, so you're not going to get different designs for each one of the pips. But very cool artwork on those. And then into the hearts. I like those. This is probably my favorite of the 4 pips, personally. And then into the clubs, and you'll see it's not quite a symmetrical shape all the time. So like this one, a little bit asymmetrical there on the club pip. But very cool look to it overall. Still easily recognizable, but giving you some of that fantastic artwork at the same time. And then there's your diamonds. And then we get into the court cards. And at a glance, you'll see elements of obviously a fully custom piece of art, but at the same time, that familiar classic shape to the courts that we're all used to. Definitely inspired by your classic courts, but once again, completely reimagined from the ground up, thanks to Sena's amazing artwork. The color schemes in here, really nice. A lot of blues, greens, and purples mixed in. A little bit yellow or kind of an orangish gold color for the hair. And all of them in very much your sort of classic poses. But I love the addition to like the blank face on here. And you can see just slight shadowing there that gives you just the impression of the face. So it still kind of maintains that 3D feel. And again, like everything, all of this done with high-res photography of actual pieces of art. But very cool look to them overall, and continues as you go through the rest of the courts. Obviously the reds give you a change in the color scheme here to reds, pinks, and purples, and then back to the blues and greens of the clubs. And then finally the diamond courts. So amazing artwork, and it's just so cool to think that everything that you see here was completely handmade. It's just an amazing touch. And that is the deck. Handles really nicely, kind of a thicker, nice sturdy stock. Not especially amazing for fans or anything like that, but handles more than well enough if you want to use this for gameplay, for shuffling or anything like that. It's going to hold up perfectly fine for that. So no complaints on that front. You won't mind this at all if you want to use it for gameplay. And speaking of which, uses of the deck, Elephant really wants their decks to be used for gameplay, be something that makes gameplay a little bit more fun and interesting. And I think they really achieved that there. I think for me, that's how I would use this deck. It's a great one to break out, make use of. It's a nice affordable deck. And so one that I'd highly recommend. If you get one, open it up, appreciate all the artwork, use this as kind of a conversation piece in your poker game. I think it'll really hold up well for that. Anyway, that is the look at Quilling from Elephant Playing Cards. Amazing job on the deck, and such a cool concept to do one that's based on photography of real life artwork. Cannot wait to see what Elephant comes up with for other decks within their series. And a lot of credit to the artist. She did an amazing job with the artwork on this one. Go check out some of her other work. She has an Etsy page, an Instagram. You can go check out her books that she's written on quilling. Just a really talented artist, and one that is absolutely worth a look if you appreciate the art that you see here. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe for more deck reviews, more unboxings. Let me know what else you want to see, and I'll see you for the next one.